Well, hello there. Let's look at how to create a monthly planner on an A4 page. And how do I know this is an A4 page? When we click on resize over here, it gives us 21 by 29.7. Now, if I were to type in A4, it would be grayed out. I cannot resize it, and that's how I know that I have previously created this on an A4 page. Pardon me. So please, let's go ahead and do a new page. Now you can insert any background image that you want. You can insert a background itself from the background suggestions you have here in Canva. It's entirely up to you. Now I like to use one of my photographs that I have previously liked on Canva, and I've added onto my likes page, and I simply drag it across, make sure that I have it where I want it, like that, and then I can actually change the transparency of it as well. So it's not too much in your face. So what do we want on our monthly planner? We want our name on there, we want goals, we want important notes and dates to remember, tick boxes and lines. Now let's first go and create some lines. I'm going to make this a little bit larger so that we can see what it is that we're doing over here. So in order to create a line on Canva's, on the keyboard, on your keyboard, you hit the letter L, and it simply creates a line for you. Now this line is relatively broad, as you can see over there. That one is much thinner. So you can zoom in some more. It's not wanting to, Canva has a new feature. So let's hit L, and there are some features over here. So we can select the weight of our line. If it's like this, there it's quite fat, and we can take it right down to 1 pixel, which is how thin it is. So here's a new tutorial for you. Well, a new feature in Canva that you'll have a tutorial on for today. So now you want to duplicate these lines. So simply duplicate it like that. As you can see, it throws it at an angle. Now to fix that properly, simply select all of them, go to position, click on tidy up, and that wasn't supposed to happen. Let's do that. Let's do this like that. Let's see if that works. Position, tidy up. Yes, it worked. All right. So that is how we create lines in Canva. Now, also what I see here, Canva has given us an opportunity to make it dots, dashes, or lines with an end to it. Let's zoom in a little bit further, and let's just get a line like this over there. That's the line weight. This is the line with the ends. Let's have a look and see what that end looks like. Oh, it doesn't look like anything. Oh, okay. So what it does is, let me see if I can go in a little bit further. Okay, I had to use control and my scrolly bar. Now you can see that. Let's make this a little bit heavier. Let's make it like that. That's 32. Let's make this one 32 as well. See the difference there? So that gives us that. That gives us that. So you can decide what you want your line to be like. It's entirely up to you. I particularly like the rounded edge, because it just, I don't know, I like it. That's, I like it. All right, now, that's not what I wanted to do. go down to 100% again. Now let's insert these little boxes. The way we do that is to go to Elements, and I generally use the same border practically all the time. I just have to find it because I've been doing a little bit of playing around with my design. So anyway, there it is. It is a square border which is able to be resized this way as well as that way. There are other borders that you cannot resize that way. Now look at the size of that block, the line around that block. It's minute, all right? So what we do is we have simply, let's take that away again. We simply clicked on this, all right? And it gives us a fat border. So to thin it down, we simply take a corner. Let's do that again. Take a corner and size it down. But now instead of doing it like that, what we now can do is we can just go and duplicate it a number of times, and we can now just go and insert it under one another like that, and we'll use the tidy up function again. So let's just do that. All right, then we highlight them all, position, look, see how wonky they are, and tidy up, and there they are now, a specific distance from one another with it perfectly aligned. So now what you do is you take your line and you bring it down and you just simply insert it under it like that. All right. See how Canva gives you a guide, a dotted line guide, to make sure that you have got it the right way around and that it is perfectly aligned. Oops, I made it too short. Never fear, we can just make it a little bit longer, and there's the guide again. All right, and that is how we create our check boxes as well as our lines within Canva. Now, in order to do a rectangle like this, it's simply an R on the keyboard. Now, if we move it out, let's go to fit, and there it is. So corner to size it down any which way you want, like that. Over there, change the color to whichever color you want. You can even change the transparency down of it. But if you're going to make it white, then just, I don't know, leave it like that. If you make it another color, let's for argument's sake say we want to make it that color and we want to make it not quite so in your face, we can simply tone it down a little bit. So it still stands out of the, it still stands out on the page itself. And that is how we create a simple monthly planner. Now you can arrange all of this any which way you want, and you can even stick a border around it. How do I stick a border around it? Simply with the free border again, that we size down to the size that we want and place it on the corner. Now don't do this. See what happens. It goes a fat border again. Keep it thin and then just simply drag it along the edges like this, and there you have your border. Now remember, you can't now do anything inside here with the border that you have just inserted on the outside. So highlight your border, position to back. All right. And now, as you can see, you can now go and edit anything inside the border with the exception of the background image. If you want to do the background image, simply move the border out of position And now you can go and do something with your background image itself. To get the border back in position, click on the border, position, center, middle, and there it is. But now, okay, yes, it is. It is still snapped backwards in place. All right, and that is a simple monthly planner, printable on an A4 page. All right, because when you download it, it is suggested in PDF print format, and you simply hit download and it downloads your page. You can rename it for, let's make it January 2021 planner, because we are now in December 2020 and we are heading into January. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Put that back over there. And there you have Stephanie's January 2021 planner that I can now print out and stick above my desk for my important notes, my goals for the month, my dates to remember, or whatever field you want to add in there. All right, a simple monthly planner. Have fun playing. Take care.